You just leave the button up.
It's all right.
That's it.
Okay. I'm here to give a sort of case study in the making of a cynic.
Sorry?
I'm here to give a case study in the making of a cynic about the way the Rhode Island Legislature works. I've been to several hearings, and I've been to this group once and to several other hearings. And the first thing I would announce is that it discourages people when you take a vote in the beginning to refer the thing for further study. Because I think it shows a profound disrespect for the people who are in the room, that without knowing what they have to say, you've prejudiced it by saying nothing you say can help us, can get us to the point where we make a decision. It would be polite if you would hear everybody, and then at the end take a vote on whether you learned enough or not to refer the matter to committee for further study. So that's a mild suggestion in the rules that I think would make citizens feel that it's worth coming to a hearing, that their opinion is valid. The second thing is about referring for further study. It would be my suggestion that you get members of committees to keep a record of where and how they did this study. You know, it was nowadays we have computers, and you could just sit down and say, today I spent 15 minutes with so-and-so, and they informed me such and such, so that we would know what this further study consists of. I mean, is it further study to have the speaker tell you how he wants you to vote? That's further study. Is it further study to hear lobbyists? Yes, I would like to have that written down. I did further study by hearing lobbyists from such and such a group who presented such and such opinions. And I would like to know whether it's further study to find out how much money some people will donate to your campaign if you vote one way or the other on the bill. Now, I'm being the cynic, but we'd like to know what this further study is. How is it done? When is it done? Couldn't there be a time limit put on how much time you have to study this bill? Put it away for further study for a month, put it away for further study for 6 weeks, and at least come back to us and say, we've done our study, we're going to have a final hearing when we'll tell you what we've concluded on the basis of the study, if there's anything further to be said. I mean, these would be ways in which people would have a real sense that what they're saying at a hearing is being heard and it's being acted on. That whole notion of further study is terribly demoralizing to the person who comes to hearings and cares enough about it. Okay, now I'd like to also just ask about the question of does the speaker keep bills from coming because he doesn't want them to pass? Well, I have a nasty suspicion that that's not always the case. That sometimes the bills don't come, not because the speaker doesn't want them to pass, but because he wants them to be voted on under those conditions of such pressure and nonsense and ridiculousness that among the 252 bills that pass, out of sheer exhaustion, because the people want to go home and go to bed, he gets things passed that he wants passed. But he gets them passed under those messy, mysterious conditions when they pass because of the lack of resistance. People just don't have the resistance in the end to fight against them. So I think that has to be taken into account. I'm very much in favor of this discharge petition. I want to use a particular case, if I may.
You're going to have to please wrap this up.
Oh, it's very little time.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Use your example quickly.
Well, I just say it was a case of a bill coming up about the state not investing any money or letting any firms have money if they supported a boycott, divestment, and sanctions bill against Israel. I came to the hearing, I spoke, I heard a lot of other people speak. The bill disappeared. It went for further study. I monitored, I called. I never could find out what was being studied. But it was passed at about 2:43 in the morning of the last the day of the session. That's just not. And now, when there is a similar bill being voted on in the United States Senate today, it will be cited. Oh, this is a wonderful bill. 39 states passed it, including Rhode Island. Yeah, they passed it in the middle of the night when no one knew what the bloody bill meant. So that 48-hour rule about significant amendments, it has to apply apply to the original bill, that people have studied the bill in its final form and have decided whether they're going to vote on it or not, and not among 252 bills that they're pressured to sign.
Thank you very much. Before you go, thank you for your testimony. Representative Lucci would like to make a comment.
Thank you, Mrs. Fons, for coming up today. So we've sat here all evening.
Excuse me.
My name is Representative Lucci. Welcome to the Cultural Committee. There's an issue that people bring up for further study and what does it mean to legalize it. I've been here, I was elected in 2004, and people get hung up on the word further study and semantics, and as my colleague, Leader Emeritus Newberry brought up, that perhaps it should be the first read. As much as people get upset that we hold things for further study, it's important to realize that if we just took things and passed them that night after we hear certain people talk on things or people testify, we just took those changes, incorporated them all, and sent them out, then to pull that back or to change that can have dire consequences. So when we hear something, typically after that, we still continue to receive testimony. So this evening, we've had about 50 or 60 people come to testify. We will now get emails, correspondence from folks who couldn't make it here for whatever reason, and we will continue to get input on all of that. So we do continue to deliberate in that fashion. So while the word is further study, is who's studying, is what's studying, our job is we are always engaging with the folks who are communities of interest, our constituents, our colleagues, folks who lobby for a variety of interests. So I don't want you to think that that's just a word we use to keep everyone quiet, but instead it's a term of art that has been used to show that we are still leaving the bill alive and that we may do something with it in the future. So I hope that explains it.
Yeah, well, I didn't say you should never do it. Like you should never refer for further study. What I was suggesting was that you make that decision at the end of having heard the people who did come, and that then you keep people informed about how this study is progressing. If you say we're going to put it for further study, namely until the last week of June, then people, I doubt whether it's sincerely studied or they just don't want to, or somebody doesn't want it to come up. That's why it had to be either discharged or discharged.
Chairman,
Yes, Ms. Fons, thank you very much for your testimony tonight. I would just like to point out, I've been around for a long time. Left this building at 6:30, 5:30 a.m. You're right, it's horrendous. But I would like to mention that under Speaker Nicholas Mattiello, the most important reform that I have seen in the past 2 decades has been limiting the House to 10 p.m. and sticking to it. There are no late nights under Speaker Mattiello. We simply do not do it. 10 o'clock comes, we leave, go home, see our families, get some sleep, and the sun rises the next day, and we're back. So that is very significant, and I thank you for bringing it up and recognizing that we have corrected